Okay, we are live.
What's going on,
Praise the
everybody?
Lord. Hey,
What's up,
everybody.
everybody?
What's going on? What's happening? Welcome to Cullen's Corner Hot Topics. I'm Paulette.
Cullen.
And I'm D. Corlow.
What is going on, y'all? Welcome to another edition of one of the longest running podcast shows, actually, and one of the hottest podcast shows, featuring, of course, Cullen himself. And the part of the Corner family. So we are here tonight, first of all, to talk about who we are, what we do, and how we can get into some of these hot topics. I can hear myself. Does somebody have something going on?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Y'all don't hear that news?
No.
Are you serious?
I hear a little bit, yeah.
I was getting ready to say, no, I'm not crazy. Listen. We got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. Hi, Tony Williams. How are you? Probably gonna kill me.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and let's get this party popping, because we have a lot of things to cover. One of the biggest things that we want to definitely cover is we want to go over some things that have been in the news. Cullen, I'm gonna have to pull up our topics for the day. I don't see them.
We're going to do the mass shootings. We're going to talk about the mass shootings in Buffalo and Texas.
Right.
And then we're going to do the corner letter of the day.
Because we're gonna need some time, folks,
Yeah.
to go through all of that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hang on just a minute, folks. I apologize. Um, I'm trying to load these photos Cullen sent, and then of course Facebook decides that it wants to freeze. So hey y'all, hey everybody that is here. I'm gonna go ahead and close out some more of my screens because Facebook tripping, and I know what it is. So y'all forgive me. I'm closing out some of my windows so that I can more memory. My computer is like,
Everybody download the app KCCR Radio. Go ahead and download it,
thank
share
you.
it with your friends and family. Try to spread the word. We're here to stay. Trying
That's
to
right.
bring up the urban radio market. So we here.
Hey,
So go ahead and download.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
All right. So folks, like Cullen was saying, go ahead and download KCCR Radio, the Brownstone. There's actually one that says KCCR, the Brownstone. That's what you're gonna look for when you are looking to download the app. We got a lot of hot topics tonight. We're talking about the mass shootings that are going on right now in the country and what's the key to getting control. See, that's what I want to cover. I want to talk about all of that, but I also want to recognize and talk about, as my computer continues to load, I want to definitely talk about the people who have lost their lives
Right.
here. I think it's so first things first, what do we know about what happened in Buffalo? What do we know? What happened? What was what was this dude on? Like, he was 18 years old, yes? And he literally
He had a manifesto. He had a manifesto. He planned on killing as many black people as possible.
Mm-hmm.
He staked out the market beforehand. And I mean, if you look at his social media, I mean, it's all there. It's all in black and white. And they even had him. They even knew about him from the things that he, when he was earlier, when he was younger.
right.
That could be a problem. So, unfortunately, it happened and they weren't prepared for it, and
Right.
people died because of it. And I just want to make a point that a lot of people. We talked about. I was talking about this in at my job today. We had a prayer circle, pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody got together and just voiced their opinions, not only about the Buffalo shooting but the Texas shooting.
Right.
And it's okay to feel something about it. You know, a lot of people, you know, they will ask me, well, why are you upset? It didn't happen to, do you know anyone there? And my thought is always that could have been my mother, that could have
Yes.
been my grandmother, my
Yes.
uncle, my
Absolutely.
kid in Texas, you know, and it's a life, you know, and
Yeah.
it's a senseless death
Period.
that it could have been prevented.
Absolutely. Yep.
And it's happening too much, and we have to figure it out. We need to figure out a way to stop this. We need to talk to our legislation and tell them to look. Y'all need to get on their job. It's been happening too much. Over 200 mass shootings this year alone.
Right.
That's
Right.
crazy. You don't hear about this in no other country.
No, you don't. Because if you try it, you either lose a limb, you lose a life. You know what I mean? And I think the sad part is we don't, as a people in this country, we don't regard life like that,
Right.
like we used to. And it's kind of sad to a point where I'm hearing this and I'm thinking, now correct me if I'm wrong. For me personally, I look at what happened in Buffalo. Was this dude, was he like a gamer or something? I know that's no excuse, but I get the feeling that some of these people are gamers and they don't know the difference between reality and the real world. Is that what's happening?
I don't buy that. I don't buy that at
Uh-oh.
all. I see it as his mind is being poisoned by whoever is his
Yeah.
the adult in the room,
Hmm.
and it's been poisoned from a very young age. And it's, you know, it's one of those things where you poison these kids, they're gonna grow up with a poisoned mind, and they're
Right.
gonna grow up thinking that they're, you know, black people, like, you know, minorities in general are less than, and they're
Right.
just like stepping on ants. So, you know, who cares if they get killed? I wanna the main thing that really hurts me, you know, about the Buffalo shooting, especially, is the fact that he was taken alive. And, you know, I don't, you know, condone people getting killed, but they treated him like with kid gloves.
Yeah, they
Right.
did. I even saw them when they put him in handcuffs and how they were handling him. And I thought, why y'all handling him so sweet? And it's people in the back, y'all, they were hollering and screaming, and they were saying it's somebody else. Somebody come help. And they were putting this dude in handcuffs. And here's something else that I learned too, that this guy had literally been in the store 3 days prior.
Yep,
Is
casing the
that
joint.
right?
He was
He was
casing.
casing the joint.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part about it. That he people want to say, you know, is mental health.
Hmm.
You know, be when it within somebody like him is mental health.
Right.
Yeah, no, you know, it's to me
That's
that's one of those excuses where no, he knew what he was doing.
Yes, he
right.
did.
He
I
is
agree.
meditated,
He knew. He
and
absolutely knew.
and if you look on like all these you know, we ain't trying to get political or anything, but all these right wing websites, and they're saying, well, why do they care about these people? You know, who
Are
cares?
they? Wait. Are
Oh
you
yeah,
serious?
definitely. And they're praising them. You know, they're praising him because he did it for their cause. And it's ridiculous. Just like with the shooting in Texas, they're saying this guy is transgender, he's a legal immigrant. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
What are y'all
What?
talking about? Kids died.
Yes.
But yet you want to change this to
Right.
a legal immigrant, you know,
Right.
transgender thing that
Right.
doesn't make any sense. They're posting pictures of this guy that's not even this guy. It is posting of random pictures of people that are transgender.
That's insane.
And that's the thing I'm talking about. It's like you're moving away from the actual event that happened for your own agenda, and that's not right. It's not right at all. And that I think we just need to do something about it.
This is insanity.
It is.
So what do we do?
That's the
We
question.
have to we gotta vote. First and foremost, we gotta vote.
Mhm.
We got to research our candidates, whether
Ah,
it's Republican or Democrat. We need to research. Because let's be honest, I made a post the other day, and I was just blunt. I said both sides of the seats are really not doing their job when it comes to gun regulation. It comes to gun reform. It comes to even the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment was wrote during the 1700s when you had not a pea shooter as your weapon or knives and things like that. So they had a right to bear arms. Well, we're dealing with different types of arms now. We're dealing with military grade style arms that they talk about that's hunting weapons.
Exactly.
How many of y'all, raise your hand, how many people you know hunt with an AR-15? I don't know not one. And I did use a double negative. Not one. They have, in Arkansas, they have regulations on what type of guns you use during hunting season. And an assault rifle is not one of them.
No.
And somebody can re-quote me on this or, challenge me on that. But I read the books. I did my research before I ever thought about this. There's not those type of regulations when it comes to hunting, but you consider this a hunting rifle. No, this is a gun that is used to kill people.
Right. Yeah.
Military use this.
You don't need an AR-15.
Yes. No, you don't. No, you don't.
So we got to get back. We got to hold our current politicians accountable.
We do.
We got to get to them. I give a mad shout out to Beto O'Rourke for going in front of them and making noise. What they don't like, especially when it's the same color as them, to shake that tree. When you shake that tree, that's nerve-wracking to them. We shake it, it sends waves. But when you have a same person of like-minded spirit that does the exact same thing and shake that tree, now it's scary right now. It's very, very scary. So that's the issue. I think the thing we got to shake the politicians. We got to do a better job of, I hate to say it, security's got to be ramped up in our schools right now. They got to get, whether if it's off-duty cops, in some places they have them, they call them resource officers. That's on campus, that shows support, that's not really sitting there with just their gun in their hand. They're showing support for these kids and showing that they're there for them. You have people like that, but you need them even in elementary school. The scariest thing in the world, just like Buffalo, you had people just randomly shopping in a grocery store. Now you got babies that was looking forward to get out for the summer. 19 of them are not going to have a summer vacation. Period. They're not going to have it. And 2 teachers are not going to enjoy the fact that they don't have to teach these babies until August.
Right.
They have their freedom. That's the problem. We're not looking at the bigger picture. What has been taken away? And Cullen said something, why do we care? Well, it's affecting us all the way around.
It is. And you guys, if you're here, go ahead and let us know what your thoughts are on that. We would love to hear from you. You can also have agreeing with us if that's something that you're interested in doing, so that you can be a part of the conversation as well. This is heavy stuff tonight, and I know Cullen wants me to share this video with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and show this really quick.
It's identified by the governor of Texas as 18-year-old Salvador Ramos, a student at Uvalde High School, and he is believed to have shot and killed his grandmother before entering Robb Elementary School and opening fire with a firearm that has not yet been made clear, according to police. They're still trying to track down the weapon. Shot and killed 14 elementary school students along with 1 teacher. And law enforcement sources tell us, David, that the suspect, 18-year-old Salvador Ramos himself.
That's all I got, folks. But here's what I would tell you, is that we have also not only pulled up that, we've curated that content, but we definitely want to pay homage to those folks who lost their lives. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to actually say their names. These are the individuals that lost their lives in Buffalo. And the reason why I'm bringing that up, and I'm going to hide it really quick. Let me say this. We heard about it, and then it disappeared as fast as we heard about it.
Exactly.
Now I'm going to go there.
Go there.
Okay. because I'm paying attention to how the news is handling my brothers and my sisters, and especially those who were born and lived during Jim Crow and probably walked and did some things in terms of civil rights that we will never know about.
Right.
And all of a sudden, we stopped hearing about it. That does not negate what happened in Texas, by no means. But the lives of those Black individuals that were lost in Buffalo need to also be acknowledged, right? Because as soon as the weekend was over, it was new news. And it was almost as if let's brush them under the rug. Their lives mattered as well. I said it, I'm going to stand by it. I don't know about nobody else, but I saw what I saw. And what I saw was a bunch of people that when Michael Harris says AR-15s are legal to hunt with in certain states, they are popular because of the versatility and accuracy that they can provide. That's cute and everything, but let me say
not
this.
in Arkansas.
That part. But not just that. It's cute and everything, and it sounds really good, Michael. We get it. I feel you. But it should not be something that anybody can get their hands on.
Definitely.
Right? That's the issue.
My biggest thing is, what do you need an AR-15 for?
Period. What do you need it for? What you need
Michael's my homeboy. If he's listening right now, give me a reason why you need a AR-15 in the first place. We are not in what's the Walking Dead? What do we need it for?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, what do we need it for? What do you need to have on your back an AR-15? I can understand handguns. I literally do. That is something I feel any person should have to protect their homes, or if they're traveling or anything like that.
Right.
But
definitely,
that's just me. That's my biggest question.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel you, brother. He said he don't personally have one and don't need one.
And don't need one.
I agree with you.
Mm-hmm. There's no need to have all of that. Now, it's some crazy people out there, and we understand that and we know that. But I just want to make sure that we get back to what we were talking about. I needed to make sure that we say their names. Okay. And the reason why is because nobody has said their names that I know of. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some time and we're going to say their names. Me going ahead, Mr. Harris, we appreciate you, but I'm going to go in ahead and I'm going to put this up because I want everybody to see and say their names. Roberta Drury, 32, of Buffalo. Margus Morrison, 52, of Buffalo. Andre McNeil, 53, of Auburn, New York. Aaron Salter, 55, of Lockport, New York. Geraldine Talley was 62, of Buffalo. Celestine Cheney, 65, of Buffalo. Hayward Patterson, 67, of Buffalo. Catherine Massey was 72, of Buffalo. Pearl Young was 77, of Buffalo. And Ruth Whitfield, 86, of Buffalo. We need to remember their names. We need to say their names. We're going to be posting these in the Brownstone Center later on today so that you guys can see it. I'm going to actually pin it. How about that? So that we can look at it and we can remember their names. I think it's important for us not to forget who these people are. Delight Ward says, safe travel to the realm of the ancestors. And I hate that these people have lived the long lives that they did. And again, we're talking about people who fought for freedom and who did the things that they did to help us to get to where we are. And then they lose their lives by the hand of a racist individual who was looking to kill black people. I needed to put that out there. Just like we're talking about these children, we need to talk about our elderly. We need to talk about the people that paved the way to where we are currently, where we're able to do and to say what we're saying and talking about right now. It is vital. It is important that we wear Black Lives Matter, that we are wearing our Black Entrepreneur t-shirts, and that we're rocking out wearing our US of A hats. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we're all American citizens and we should be treated respectfully and accordingly. However, we all know where we live. We all know where we live. And the gun control laws, I just really want to talk about that. Now, I heard on KCCR radio, we actually ran a clip of President Joe Biden's White House speech after the shooting that happened. day before yesterday in Texas, and he said, um, how long do we have to wait? What do we have to do? Well, let me just pause and just say this, bro. We voted you in. So let's stop and talk about this just for a minute. If we voted you in, for those of us that did, you were voted in, and you're the individual that can push and make some decisions, right? Along with those people who are in those offices with you. I understand that, it's a lot of people that are senators and, who are Republicans. Ultimately, the Republicans, y'all don't want any gun control laws. Why? See, here.
It's too much money. It's too much money.
How the hell we cannot make gun law? Wait a minute. I forgot who I'm talking about. This is the same country that has an anti-Asian law. This is the same country that has an anti-Jewish lynching law, or whatever it is. We have been in this country by force, some of us, since when? And we still can't get an anti-lynching bill for Black folks.
Right.
I forget what country I'm in. Well, we have to have that conversation. I'm sorry. Where we have to have that conversation, we should have a bill so that people know that there's ramifications and repercussions for killing Black people. There's no law. What?
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember, and we forget sometimes, that the Constitution was not built for us, period. But we're supposed to be just as equal in that Constitution now, and we're still not.
Right.
We talked about it last time. You got to remember some of the acts that was put in, like the Civil Rights Act of 1964, was just renewed, like it was a damn license plate recently.
Yep.
So you got to look at the big facts, but we have to, and it goes back to number one thing that I said before. And I read a letter to all politicians saying, okay, are you really going to do some work, or are you just going to be sitting there kissing babies, shaking hands, and collecting checks?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing about it, I got a lot of people that's associated with politics that are friends. They didn't quote one bit, but I had one that sent me a thing that said, I understand what you're saying, but there's a lot that you have to do to get to those places. I said, well, fight. Stop fighting for potholes, because them holes is still gonna be there.
Right.
Stop fighting for bad plumbing in the hood, because they don't give a damn anyway. Look at Flint. Fight for the things that's going to protect us and get our future in the place of position to be able to run for offices, because let's be honest, these children don't care about color.
No.
They get it pumped into them. So we need to start with we always say this, we need to start with our youth. We need to start with our youth. I'm a part of that youth. That was back in the 90s. And then it became my children that I'm pumping in. Mm-hmm. Now, eventually, real soon, my children are going to have children. Woo. We have to do the exact same thing, but it's an ongoing cycle. It's cute to the ones that are racist.
Yeah.
Because they can wear their whatever, MAGA hats, Confederate flags. This is our heritage. No, what's happening is, and just like somebody said, these politicians love power. Yes. And the problem is the power is being disintegrated. So they're holding on to the key fabrics that holds America strong.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Foundation, our resources, and what makes us great. What are our just think about all those things that we have. The foundation of America is dying because they don't have control anymore.
Right.
The minority is becoming the majority, and that's what they didn't want. Remember this: America is a great American melting pot. They didn't want it. Now the power is shifting.
Yes, it is.
Exact same thing. So we have to get behind these politicians that mean business. We don't want the ones that ain't been to the hood. We want the ones that either ate at the hood, had their car shined at the hood, been in these neighborhoods that they know what's going on. I'm in Arkansas. Tom Cotton Everybody knows who Tom Cotton's stinking ass is.
Oh,
wow.
ooh.
Okay.
Everybody know who he is.
We're going
He
there now.
has
Okay.
never been to these urban areas in rural
Ooh.
Arkansas. You know where he's only been? Above
Where?
the Arkansas River. That's it. So he don't know what's going on. That's why he's so disconnected. I start with him, but we don't have nobody that's challenging him. Sarah Sanders Huckabee, or whatever her name is running for governor. But we got a man that's here right now in Arkansas that knows, that done ate at Sharks, that done ate at your local restaurants, that done had his car washed. And he's a neurosurgeon. Very good guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just talking about my state, but like I said, we got to do
Right.
things that got to change.
Yeah.
Let me stop because y'all got to talk. I talk all night.
It's okay. We kind of figured it was going to be that night.
The main thing is basically, you know, we need to get in touch with your legislatures and tell them, look, be for real about it, you know, and get out and vote the right people in, because you know the people that have that your interest at heart is not, they're not in office right now, and we need to get them in office. That's the main thing.
Yeah. And I think Cullen, to that point, and what we just talked about, is we have to research who these people are. If we want to see that change, we're going to have to get out here and vote. Even though I know that voting was yesterday, we still have to get out and vote. We have to get out and show our support for those people who mean us good, and we have to start removing people that like I don't even understand how. You have people that want to control a woman's uterus. That's a whole different conversation, right?
That's the whole.
Want to control.
You about to turn it over to Jesus.
Y'all don't want us to not have no babies, but y'all don't want to give us the baby formula we need. You won't let us breastfeed. And you see what I'm saying? So we could go on and on and on. So what Cullen has done, let me tell you what he did. He has placed and I don't know why he didn't just put it right in here. Calvin, just put it in, go ahead and put it in the chat, because I have to pull my Facebook back up to grab it. But what I will say as we move on to the next topic is we are in guys. So I saw somebody post the other day that they were done voting, that your vote could be the one that matters. And I understand your frustration. I get where you're coming from, where you're saying that your vote isn't heard or whatever, but at the same token, we have to stay committed to the people that are supposed to be helping us, and that's not right.
And we also need, you know, you can't think like that. You have to, if you need to vote, you need to get on somebody else to say you can't feel like your vote doesn't matter, because in the end, all the votes are counted and all the votes matter, and you just need to go out there and do what you have to do.
Right.
And that's the problem now. You know, we have the midterms coming up. You know, y'all need to get out and vote. This is important enough.
It is.
That's right.
I know we didn't really talk about elections, but you know, it's an ongoing conversation.
It is, and it's not going to change until we get behind it and change it. And I have, some people that are, really like, oh, well, we don't need gun control. We need to get back to Jesus. Wait a minute, what? See, that's a whole nother conversation. I'm not going to go there. You all are listening to and watching Cullen's Corner Hot Topics. It's your girl, Paulette. This is Cullen, and that's DeCarlo, and we are here to talk about other hot topics tonight. We could go on and on and on, but I know Cullen is probably chomping at the bit going, you know what, we done. Can we move on to the next topic? We're gonna come back to that. But what I've done is I've placed in the chat, Cullen has provided that link. I placed in the chat a link where you can find out who your legislators are. And you need to do your research. We need to start taking back the power, because think about it, and then we're going to move on to the next topic. I don't even know if I know what the next topic is, Cullen. I don't know if you could put it in the private chat or whatever so I can see it, please, sir. But what I'm going to end with this is this. Number one, download the KCCR radio app, the Brownstone Center. We are we're live, but the thing is KCCR is currently running. The show that you're listening to and watching right now is actually being prepared for Saturday, and you'll be able to hear it again. And guess what? We're going to be like on. We're going to replay the mess out this show, okay? We want everybody to be in this together. We want everybody.
Amen.
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 All minds and hearts clear.
Amen.
All hearts and minds clear. Read the letter when. Okay, I don't have it, Cullen.
I can read it. I got it.
Go ahead, read it.
Okay, go ahead, read it.
It says, "Dear Corner, I have a question for the Corner family. What do you do if you are moving at two different speeds in a relationship?" Let's get deeper. I've dated this guy seriously for about 2 years now. I admit that we had moved too fast in the beginning, but he seems content and is not ready to take our relationship to the next level. He moved in at the start of the pandemic, which we're going to talk about that, and we have been together ever since. Should I be patient? How long do you want me to go from girlfriend to wife? Sign, is patience a virtue or no?
What?
So let's break it down in Negro terms. Let me give y'all Negro Relations 7 and 23. And it's right. She met this man during the pandemic. For those that don't know what pandemic we're talking about, at the break of COVID-19. And they decided to stay together because the COVID, they didn't want to be around other folks but each other. They got comfortable. The man got content. And he decided, I'm going to stay here. And they have now been in a relationship for 2 years and decided that she wants to know where it's going. If she's going to be the girlfriend for life or a wife.
You know, DeCarlo, see, I read it differently. So they started dating, right?
Yeah.
She trying to help brother out. You say, come on, come stay with me for a few weeks. And then the quarantine hits.
Yeah.
Then the pandemic hits. It doesn't sound like they really made a point to say, hey, we're boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't even think they're in a relationship. I just think they friends. I just think they buddies with benefits.
There you go. I was like FWB.
Probably what he thinks. Now what she thinks is, and unfortunately, hopefully she's looking at the show tonight, and if you want to respond, by all means. I know she wanted to be anonymous, but okay, so and I say this a lot. You guys don't assume you're in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? If it feels like relationship talk, speak up, because if he doesn't say it's a relationship, it's probably not a relationship. It's probably just y'all kicking it, and y'all been kicking it for 2 years, and now you want to go from girlfriend to marriage, and you already living like you're married, and he has no incentive of doing anything further. So my opinion and my opinion would be, you probably want to move on, and or at least say something to him, because if you haven't said anything in the last 2 years, it may not matter if you say something now anyway, because as a man, I preface that, as a man, you're going to say something to this woman. If she's important to you, you're going to let her know this. She doesn't have to ask you questions.
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to have to ask you questions. She's going to know because you're going to let her know. And that's a lot of things that people really don't pay attention to. A man's going to tell you. If you have to question it, then there's a problem there, because that man is not telling you. That means he's probably not taking the relationship seriously. So that's just my opinion. Do I know?
I'm gonna let Paulette go. Go ahead, then I'll close. What they say, I give the benediction on this.
What you say? You get a benediction. Listen, where is it at? I need to find it. I need to
find it. The best place to go is go on Cullen's page and pull it up.
Okay, hold on, because I listen.
Well, why you pull it?
There's some comments. There's some
comments. I want to see these comments. That's what I want.
Yeah, the comments are
But you know what?
Okay, so
while she's looking, just so y'all know, it's good if y'all want to send, if y'all have a topic, or if y'all have a situation that y'all want us to talk about, and if you need some advice on it, send it to me. Send it to me. We'll talk about it. I'll post it up. We'll give you some good advice. I mean, we're not experts, but we know life.
Okay, that part. So let's read some of these comments.
Yeah, go ahead, read.
Oh, okay. So I definitely want to share my thoughts, but so Cullen, you pretty much have said, but Katina Cole, I'm not judging you.
There we go.
I'm not judging you for wanting to be with someone during the pandemic. It was very hard to be single during the pandemic. Couldn't meet many new people. Trauma bonds happen. I love being single, but crave human connection. I can't say what his intentions were, but believe men when they are telling you something that you don't want to hear. If your goals for the relationship and values aren't in alignment, you have your answer and you might lose him unless you are willing to change your mind. Know what you want and what your limits are and begin to set boundaries of what you will accept or not. He told you the truth and he's still there. Are you willing to sacrifice what you want? Can you be with him single or are you willing to let him go? That's a good one. Tracy Watford says, I say that he's already made it very clear what he wants. Don't allow him to use you anymore, to use any more of your time and heart or energy. Let him move out and you move on. Kim Alexander says, what you hoped would happen through pseudo-cultural social standards now looks more like you put a collar around his neck, hoping you'd pull and he'd give in and follow. I don't sense you have enough emotional investment, but the financial toll on this separation will last longer. You made it easy for him to gain everything from you saying nothing. Relationships require work, no assumptions and conditional basis of respect and trust. Lastly, know who you are and work on you. If you depend on someone to complete you, you will always be deficient. Pamela Scott says, wow, they are going in. I don't know enough about the story to give a lot, but I can say your relationship sounds like a convenience for him. He's getting something from you that he needs, and you're getting absolutely nothing. It's been 2 years. You don't appear to be content, and you're clearly confused about where the relationship is going. If he was interested in a long life with you, he would have told you by now. Stop settling. Pause.
Because it's time to go in. Now, she ain't getting nothing. She getting something.
What's she getting?
Do I need to go fix a drink real quick as we listen to this?
Listen.
Paulette, before, as we're paused, before you go on, continue, as a female, give us your perspective.
That's what I'm getting ready to do.
Yes, I would love to hear it.
All right. Now that I'm older, cheers, and more mature, girl, if you don't cut him loose, I'm going to come and find you and help you cut him loose. That's first. It is clear that you are not reading the signs. So I'm going to read it back. I have a question for the Corner family. What do you do if you are moving at 2 different speeds in a relationship? Well, first of all, you can either slow down or speed up. Your choice. That's your choice. Let me say that again. It's your choice. I have dated this guy seriously for almost 2 years now. I admit that we moved too fast in the beginning, but he seems content and is not ready to take our relationship to the next level. He moved in at the start of the pandemic and we have been together ever since. Okay, pause. I'm not going to say nothing else. I'm not going to ask the next question that you just did or anything. So I hope this young lady is listening. Listen to what you said. I have dated this guy seriously for almost 2 years now. Well, then why are we even having this conversation?
Yes.
That's one, right? Because at 2 years and it's serious, girl, you ought to know. And at 2 years and you don't know, you don't have anything. That's 2. I admit that we moved too fast in the beginning, but he seems, let me slow down and say this really slow, content.
Negro relations.
Right? And is not ready to take our relationship to the next level. Why should he? Girl, he done moved in.
He's getting everything
honey, let me tell you what you're doing, okay? Because been there, done that. I got the nasty ass t-shirt for it, right? You cooking, you cleaning, you doing everything. You hanging from chandeliers, butt naked. You doing it all. You're doing it all. You keeping your body tight. You keeping stuff right. You're literally exhausted from trying to prove to this individual that you are the one. Girl, if you don't get somewhere and sit down and help him pack, no, don't help him pack his shit. He got to go. because he's content. You said it. We didn't. You did.
She did.
And saying that lets me know that you are fully aware that this ain't going nowhere. How dare you continue to be patient for somebody that has already shown you who they are? That don't even make sense to me no more. If he's shown you, it's been wait a minute, gentlemen. Now I'm putting it back on y'all. Okay. I'm going to ask you guys, how long did you know? How long did it take before you knew that Maya was your wife?
A week.
DeCarlo, how long was it before you knew when you got married?
It wasn't long. It was probably about maybe 6 months. 6 months to a year.
Girl, you waiting 2 years for somebody to tell you that you.
But I'm finna piss some people off too. Mm-hmm. So I want you to let's go back and read this one more time. And I'm finna break it down. Yeah, I'm finna dissect the certain part that everybody has to look at because I'm living in a different area now. Mm-hmm. So being married, being divorced is one thing. Now, here's the biggest thing that I took from it. I have been dating. What has he been doing? So where is the conversation? So this is where the real breakdown is. Has there been a conversation? Because we're only getting one side of the story.
That's right.
So has there been a conversation for both of them to sit down and say, okay, where are we going?
Exactly.
What are we doing? How do we see ourselves? And be honest, because here's the thing. You got to give a person a choice.
Yeah.
So what is this man doing? And you're right, Paulette, from our outside looking in, just reading the letter, the first thing we're saying is, he content. So
he content.
He getting this, he getting that. But what is the story? What is in his mind? And I got to speak from a man's point of view because that's questions that we have to ask. Mm-hmm. Has there been a conversation? And this what made me realize the conversation part. So I'm y'all see me heading over there. It says he seems content and is not ready to take our relationship to the next level. But has there been a real conversation about where they want to go? And that's something that she should have put in there to see, because she said we did have a conversation and he's just happy with this situation right here and that's it. Then that's fine. But what could be the reason? Is it a financial thing? Is it where his career is at this point in his life? Or is that? But here's what my thought process happened when you started with the keyword pandemic. Everybody was panicking, freaking out. Oh my God. Yeah. COVID-19 is taking over. Oh my God. This is what's happening. People losing their minds. So we make frantic decisions when we lose our mind. How many of y'all has been through it? We have made frantic decisions. So she probably was sitting there. It was going great. He coming over when, he feel like it. She go to his place when it feel like you said, chandeliers and caviar and strawberries and
you already
all this
know.
Stuff was going through. They taking each other down.
There's a lot of the story we don't know too. We don't know how good, if he's good to her.
Yeah,
if he cheated her. We don't know none of that. So I'm assuming
he probably treat. Yeah, it seems like
a good guy and treating her well. Otherwise, she wouldn't want to be with him. So I think
what happened?
She's just afraid to ask him.
Right.
That's it. So I'm finna go to that part. Let's go back to what I said earlier. What has the conversations been like? Because let's be real. Cullen, you and I know if communication is the number one thing. And if we're feeling some type of way, if we feel that way, we're going to go to the table and say, hey, let's sit down, let's talk.
Right.
Let's put everything on the table and see what's this and what's that. Where are we at? Do you like the relationship part and you don't want to be married? Probably, maybe that's what the man is thinking.
Guys
the tie and everything like that. So there's a lot of parameters that we have to look at, but in the honest way and just looking at it from a real standpoint, conversation is got to be the key. And from just reading that letter, because it didn't give full details, have you had the conversation?
Right. It doesn't sound like they have.
Yeah, and that's going to be the thing, because as a man, Cullen and I know, if we ain't having no conversation, we thinking everything well. We washing clothes. We out there mowing grass. We We changing oil in the rain. We washing cars.
Boy, you crazy.
During thunderstorms, trying to dry it off because we feel like things are good. But if you have not had that conversation and being honest, because that's the thing that we got to have in our marriages and relationships.
Yeah.
You gotta have a conversation, even if it hurts.
Right.
You got to allow each party to have a choice they're going to make. If that man don't want to be married, but he wants the relationship, okay, man, you have the right to make that decision now that he's told you, and vice versa. If this lady wants to be wife, and the man does it, well, he has a choice to make.
Yeah.
If he want to continue this, or he wants to move on because he probably can't give her what she truly wants. That's a conversation that has to be had.
But at the same token, though, I mean, and you're absolutely correct, Carlo. I am not disputing anything that you're saying. But can I go here for this young lady's sake? And I think that it's important to have this conversation for all the young women who are listening to the sound of my voice or who may listen to. Quit breaking your own damn heart.
Yes.
Stop it. I am over, because I've done it. We're expecting things and we hope that somebody is reading our minds. You know what I'm saying? Because we're too scared. But see, the reason why a lot of times we're afraid to say anything, especially as women, is because we already know the truth. We would rather that you didn't tell us. You know what I'm saying? And so we think that if we don't talk about it, then everything is okay. But here's where there are so many red flags in the little bit that she did tell, because in her mind, she said, I have been dating. You're correct about that. She said, he is content. You already given us the red flags. Girl, if you don't cut him loose and get you a bit of happy, because see, let me tell you what you're doing. You stressing every single day about when is it going to be the day he going to ask me to marry. Never. Because y'all moved in on the wrong pretenses. And the pretense was COVID. Right? And here's the reality. The reality is, you said something earlier, and we don't know if it's true or not, but if he moved in with you, where in the hell was he staying at? And when he could just move the hell in with you. That. So that tells me that it sounds like you gotta fix a nigga.
Or there was, I said, or there was a conversation, and it could have been different. She could have a nice house or something like that, and he could be in a nice apartment. Well, let's just bring our resources together, and you stay here and stuff like that. Since you under different thing, whose idea was it?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. She said this. I'm gonna say it. That good love and will have you sitting up here trying to lift the house up and put some more bricks on it.
It'll get you doing some things.
I'm telling you, it'll be a thunderstorm. You out there with soap and water trying to wash your car.
Yes, Lord.
This is the truth. But I want to read this comment real quick that I saw that was very interesting.
Okay.
And shout out to Katina Cole. She said on Popular Tape. Let's also remember that she's getting something too. He might be a great man that has no desire to get married. She didn't say anything, and Paulette, you said this. She did not say anything about his character.
No.
We don't know if or how he's helping her. I can appreciate him for not lying to her or allowing her choices. Every day she has made a decision to choose him. There's a quote that we have to put in.
Say it again.
Every day she has made a decision to choose him. That's a power. And then the most important thing I take back to is she did not say one thing about his character
at all.
So there is
kind of disgusting that. And you're right about that. But let me also say this. When you said she didn't say anything about his character, but I heard a lot about her. I heard I'm dating and I'm waiting and I'm trying to be patient. You're the one that's ready to get married. Well, hell, you need to go find somebody that's ready to get married too.
There you go.
Because clearly he's not. Because again, these two. Go ahead.
Yeah, again, a man's gonna give you those signs. He's gonna tell you. He's not gonna beat around the bush. That's content.
Exactly, but he's content.
Like she hasn't told me she's upset. She hasn't brought anything up. So why should I? What's a piece of paper? That's when people start saying, what's a piece of paper? We can be together 5 years. We doing good. Why we need to change things?
Well, then you start buying stuff together, and you start, getting bank accounts and stuff together, and then the kids that he had by somebody else when he died, you left with nothing. Ask that girl that was with DMX 8 years, and she gave
that's
him
a story in itself.
and she walked away with nothing. The kids left her with, and he got a new album coming. You think that them
she
kids,
don't make no money from it.
she getting not a dime. Screw common law. Y'all, two things you need to do. And I think Katina Andy Page actually said this best. One, get you something with some paper on it so you have power of attorney on these folks that you going with, that you laying up with. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's more than 6 months, y'all need to be having a serious conversation. What are we doing? And can I go here? At this age, you need to be having them conversations because folks was falling over dead every day.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And right now, I'm going to keep it 100. My children are my beneficiaries, and it's probably going to stay that way whether I'm in a relationship or not. But here's what I know. What I know is that girl walked away with nothing after being with this man for 8 years. After he was locked up, she stuck by him, ride or die. Are you going to be the ride or die chick? And then when he die, his family ride out with what really
sunset. To the sunset.
No.
It's and I tell any man this at this age, and Cullen knows it, and anything like that, get you a will. Get you a will to make sure that things get, and like you said, Paulette, beneficiaries in place. Even if you don't want to be married and things like that, and you want to keep it the way it is and it's working, don't be afraid to add that person to your beneficiaries and let them know they get a chunk of what it is. So that's something that we really have to. That's a discussion that could really be a whole show right there. Just in that alone.
Yep.
And here's another comment. Shout out to Clarence Sammy, and he says, "What does a piece of paper have to do with relationships? If you are happy with each other because of personality traits, then signing a marriage license that's not going to solve any issues." I'm gonna come back to that comment in a minute. Now, if you want that paper so you can save on taxes and who is your beneficiaries, then go for it. But if that's what you want for the both, otherwise, just cut your losses. Find someone who wants to sign an agreement with you.
That's it.
I agree with this man to a certain extent, and this is where I agree with him, man. What does a piece of paper do with anything? It's just a legal bond. That's all it is. But yes, that legal bond has a certain power. But now we live in an age where, hey, I can talk to you and be like, hey, I'm going to put you on my stuff. So if something happens, you know what to do, all this type of things, and we go from there. But here's the thing, especially in the Black community, we do not have that conversation. No. Even if we do have a long relationship with someone, we're scared to have that conversation because we're scared to talk about our untimely walking away from this earth.
Right. Yep.
So you have to have that conversation. If that person trusts and loves you in every which way, you got to have that real conversation. That's something I do agree with. If you don't want your mama them or your babies, because they don't know how to make those decisions. They're not at that mature stage. If you don't want your children to make that decision on what's going to happen and this and like that, and you trust this person that you've been around for so many years, then hey, put your name on it, talk to them and say, this is what I need you to do.
Yep.
But again, if it's important to her,
she
needs to verbalize that because
it
may not be important to a lot of guys, but hey, if it's important to you, if a woman say, hey, you know what, we need to take this to the next level because it's important to me that we get married, then okay, if either we get married or we're not going to be in a relationship, but you have to speak up because
here's what got me.
What's up?
Here's what got me. She said, should I be patient? No. How long do you wait to go from girlfriend to wife? The question to you, my dear, since you just heard two big grown men tell you how long it normally takes, I have never met a man that didn't say what either one of y'all did. Okay? So I'm taking what you all say to the bank, that it doesn't take 2 years for somebody to find out that you're the one. Let me tell you something. You can sit around here and be like me if you want to. I stayed with a joker for 6 years. Gave him a child. Okay.
Y'all hear that? 6 years.
6 years. But see, that's the
I did.
difference.
But Cullen, you know that more so than anybody, because I was telling you what was going on. Listen, I stayed with that joker for 6 years. And looking back on it now, that's why I tell people all the time, don't break your own heart. I had expectations. And I was so afraid because I already knew in my heart of hearts I wasn't what he wanted. But it was already too late. We had a son, and it was clear that there were nights he wasn't coming home. You see the signs, you see it. So one more thing that I want to definitely say to this before we wrap up is stop breaking your own heart. I'm gonna say it again because it cannot be said. You don't blame that brother for doing what you are allowing him to do.
There you go.
At the end of the day, don't put that on him because this is a real easy fix. It might hurt like hell, but you have got to put your big girl panties on, gird your loins about yourself, and cut it loose.
Don't
because
settle.
like these two gentlemen said to you, they already know. This dude know. Y'all been together since, y'all have been sharing the same space since COVID. That's 2 years, baby. Y'all not a couple. You not a couple.
But it's all about the one phrase that we don't say enough. Conversation rules the nation.
Yep.
Period.
That's it.
Yep. So it's on her. There's no room to blame him. It is what you are allowing, my dear. This is an easy fix. Cut him off and find somebody that is willing to, like Sammy said, sign those documents and be in agreement with you on what you want, because you're the one that wants to get married, not him, clearly. Okay, one last one. So we're going to read on so we can get going. All right, so after Sammy said what he did, that was a really good one, y'all. I got to give him credit on that one. Tamara Cherie said, why didn't he, y'all? Did you read that one, Carlo?
Yeah, I think I did. No, I didn't.
Okay, so this is a really good one. Why didn't he or y'all establish that you were more than just friends when he moved in? Sounds like he's getting the better end of the bargain with no commitment. I would express my feelings and move on from there. But it really already seems like you know what his answer is going to be before asking that question. I just said that too, didn't I? The problem is that it's harder to get out of any quote unquote relationship when you live together. No, it ain't. You don't want to give ultimatums because he may just say yes to your expectations to have a place to stay. And that's going to be a mess. So have a good talk and express how you feel and make your decision from there. Don't let him be a space saver and block the man that's willing to give you more. I like that one because it's very, very clear. And again, I'm going to say it again. Stop breaking your own heart, ladies. It's you. Don't blame him for taking up the space where you are allowing him to take up the space. You have to set boundaries. You have to say what you want. Okay? Because let me say it again. I was with that joker for 6 years. 6. Waiting for him to tell me that he chose me. What planet was I on?
But like I said, if you're not having that conversation and you're just assuming,
you know what they talk about assuming.
Yep, they can answer yourself. But if you're assuming, that's going to be the bigger issue because this man, like I said, and let's look at, I'm a man. This man probably sitting at the house right now watching the verses with UGK and 8-Ball MJG, having the best time of his life. Don't even know he got a whole letter written.
He don't know nothing.
He's sitting here doing this.
Hey, he don't even have a Facebook account.
Yeah, he doing this right now. Rapping the lyrics, got his cup in his hand, and she's sitting over there smiling and grinning and skinning. And on the side, sitting up here looking at us, talk about this, talking about. But if you're not having the conversation, that is going to be the number one thing that you got to have the conversation.
Yeah, you do. You absolutely do. And unfortunately, a lot of us are afraid to have it. We're scared of that confrontation. And that's how we end up hurting ourselves. Right. This is an easy fix. Remove that person from your life. It's simple. I didn't say it was easy. And I didn't say it ain't going to hurt. But you're worth more than that. You're worth more than a weight. Because here's what you're going to do. You are going to continue to talk to other people to find out if somebody else says something that fits in with what you want to hear.
What you want to hear.
Right? And then you're going to go try and live in that what you want to hear. And it's going to make you absolutely miserable because you still didn't have that conversation with him.
Right.
Right.
That's a true statement.
But at the end of the day,
give us a follow up. Let us know. How you
we would
feel,
love
and
to. Yeah.
if you any of the thoughts resonated with you, and we're just here. Like I said, we're not professionals. We're just giving our opinions. Who are we?
I'm a
Whatever.
professional.
I am too. Experience is a Look, I got a PhD in experience.
Right.
Okay,
and you know what, y'all? We can laugh about it now.
You can, yeah.
Which means that no matter what you're feeling right now, you will get over it when the swelling go down.
Amen.
Okay? All right, y'all. Guess what? It's time for us to wrap it up. We're 5 minutes over, so I'm going to jump right into this, and we're going to give you a little bit of information that you definitely need so that you can stay in the know on what's happening with KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Center. We want to definitely take some time. And Cullen, I'm going to let you do this one on mental health, and then I'm going to jump right into the shutdown. You ready?
Yeah, definitely. Basically, when we talked about, what's happening with the shootings and what's happening all over the nation, mental health is real. Mental health is important. Everybody, I know, there's some stigmas, attributed to that as well. So we need to just abolish that and just get that out the way. Take care of your mental health. Take a mental health day. There's a lot of people that are in pain today because of what's happened in the last 10 days.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's okay to feel that pain. You may not know those people, but it's okay to feel that pain because you're human and you're going to feel that pain, and you want to be mad and you want to do something about it. So be present. Make sure you use that link that we posted in the chat and contact your senators and let them know you're not going to get in the midterms if we don't do something about this. This has been happening too long. We've been talking about this since we started, Paulette.
That's true.
Every year is the same thing. Every year is the same thing. Every year is the same thing. When is it going to stop? And that's the thing. If they, all they do in the Congress is give a moment of silence and a half staff, and that's it. That's not enough.
No, it's not.
That's not enough, y'all. We need more, and the only way we can get more is for us to do our jobs. So take care of your mental health. We'll have some information as far as getting that help that you need to get through what you're going through. Because a lot of people are going through something. It may not even be about the shootings. It may be something else.
Right.
But if you're feeling something, get your help. Get the help you need. Talk to a therapist because it's important. It's important that you do that.
Yep. I agree with that 100%. And so with that, thank you, Cullen, for that. First of all, we want to give a big shout out to everybody that is listening, that's going to be watching. If you are watching the replay, please type into the chat replay so that we know that you actually did check it out. Comment, because we do go back and read your comments as well, right? We may share some of those a little bit later. You can check out snippets of this particular show. It's going to be on Facebook Reels and also on TikTok. Yep, I said it. It's going to be on TikTok too. Hello. Okay. So yeah, and YouTube. That is correct. It is actually on YouTube. We're actually broadcasting live there right now. So big shout out to everybody that's currently listening. We do appreciate you. A couple of things that we want to talk about is the KCCR news and announcements. Number one, yes, this is a shameless plug. We got to keep the lights on, y'all. So I'm going to show you this. Look at the Brownstone Center's One Nation Under a Groove Juneteenth 2022 t-shirt. Where can you get this t-shirt? Where, you say? Where do we want to have this thing put? It's actually at mybrownstoneliving.com right now. You can actually take a look at it. I'm going to put that at the bottom of the screen as well. This particular t-shirt is available for sale. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you that the purchase of this particular t-shirt helps keep the lights on. It helps pay the bills here. Helps to keep things rolling. But on top of that, you get a t-shirt that was actually designed by one of our own air personalities, and that's KJ in the Hall. So definitely go to mybrownstoneliving.com and show some love, because that's what we're going to be using to keep those lights on and do some other things that we definitely need to do. and that's to keep it popping. That's number one. Let's talk about what's in the news. KCCR, you can listen to it right now. You can download the app. It's on right now. Okay. Every Monday through Thursday, you will get an opportunity to listen at 8 p.m. to Urban Minimalist with her show, which is called Tunes and Tingles. It is a shutdown show with meditation. It is amazing, y'all. I did not know that I needed to take a nap as much. I feel like I'm relaxed. I could go to sleep when I'm over, but it's a really nice 1-hour show. On Fridays, we have Tea Time with Nikema E. And I don't know what her topic is this week, but if you want to check her out, you can definitely go to the Brownstone Center on Facebook. We also air her show every day at 1 p.m. on our radio. And her show is really good. It's really, really good. You definitely need to go and check it out. You can watch the video, the replay of that, or you can listen while you're listening to KCCR. Guys, don't forget, Monday through Friday is at 12 noon, the Hot Lunch Mix, okay? The Hot Lunch Mix. Yes, I said lunch. You can listen to some mixes by some great DJs and keep and stay up to breast with that. Cullen's Corner airs every Saturday. So this particular show right here that you're watching and you're listening to right now will air on Saturday twice. It will air at 6 p.m. and then later at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're going to start sharing that information with you. DeCarlo, your show airs what day?
Friday. I sound like a little kid. Friday 7, the B-side, Ear Hustling Radio will be on the air. This week's topic, I'm taking it back to a show that I did not get a chance to put out, but I'm putting out this week. Mm-hmm. It's dedicated to Miss Donda West and her son Kanye, because it's called The Power of a Praying Mother. And I hate I didn't get that out during Mother's Day weekend, but it is going to be powerful. It's going to talk about a man that got his soul fed. His mother fed him so much to hear who he is right now. But now she didn't put the craziness in him, but she fed him into his career. So I'm going to speak to all mothers and things like that and thank them for praying into their children, because who are we today?
Yes.
Paulette, Cullen, myself, who are we today without with somebody praying for us? So that's going to be one show. The other show is just dedicated to hip hop. I'm going to be talking about hip hop and me, and it's taking you through an era of a time where I dedicate certain songs that I listened to back in the day to my hip hop era, and that's what the B-side is going to be out. That's going to air next Friday, so check that out as well. It's going to be a fun show. You're going to hear classics, and they all come from my youthful era of music that I love so much. So there you go.
And one more thing.
Right. Yes.
I know a lot of people have been asking me, outside of when we're going to get Cullen's Corner started, but for lovers only, I decided that we're going to start, for lovers only back up, and basically send me the songs, your slow, your slow tunes that y'all used to make those CDs for when y'all want to be alone. Mm-hmm. Send me the music. We're gonna have a really good time, a really good show. Remember when we used to listen to the radio and the Midnight Groove and all that stuff?
Right.
It's gonna happen. Given another couple 2 weeks, and we're gonna have for lovers only.
Okay, awesome. I love it. And guys, just so that you know, I didn't do Tips, Tops, and Talk this week because we're working on a huge project behind the scenes, and we're just gonna hold off on that, you guys. We know what we're talking about, but it's so big that I could not focus on anything else except my day job and what we're working on behind the scenes. We cannot wait to share it with you guys. We actually have a relationship specialist that's going to be joining the family. Her name is Marshana Lanian, and she's going to be coming out and hanging out with us and giving us a perspective from a professional's point of view in the upcoming shows. So we're really, really excited about that. We actually have an attorney that is going to be joining us as well. He cannot wait to come in here and give us his perspective from a lawyer's view. So I'm excited about that. So he was like, you need to let me know the next time y'all go, because I need to be there. Okay, I'm gonna let you know. So that's two. And then also thank you, Josette Valley, for saying that you love it. We appreciate that. So remember, guys, you can get that t-shirt. It's going to be at the Brownstone Center. Make sure that you order it soon, because it's a short, limited run. It is a limited edition. We're not going to do it again. Okay. I've already ordered mine. And so I'm super excited. I can't wait to wear it. Again, mybrownstonerliving.com. Guys, here's something else that I need for you guys to do. Keep it locked because things are changing. We have some live events. The first live event for Brownstone Worldwide or KCCR is actually July 17th, and that's the Sunday Brunch Live. So those are my shows. So let's talk about that. The Sunday Brunch happens every Sunday at 11 a.m. and it re-airs again at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for tips, topics, and talk in the evening. And I talk to you guys in the morning with the day shifts. And we have our coffee and our tea, and we listen to the news. We literally do it. We talk about things before we start our day. I can't wait to get back to that. And then once we're done, guess where it airs? On KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Center. Please download the app. Keep listening. We've got great news. We've got information. We've got those sports and spots and all that other fun stuff that's coming down the pipe. And we cannot wait to present those to you guys. And I can't wait until we really, really launch what we got coming down the pipe. This is huge. So shout out to NCJ Productions for joining the team. Let me tell you who else we got to give a shout out to. El Boogie, Lamont Belton. Got to show him some love. We got to show him some love because he's behind the scenes and a lot of people don't know that. So let's show him some love as well. I honestly don't have anything at either. When is our next show, y'all?
We're going to have another show in 2 weeks. This time in 2 weeks. So be on the lookout. I'm going to be posting some good topics. If you have any topics that you want us to talk about, send it to us. Also, I want to say that, if you are an artist and you have music that you want us to play, send us your information. We want to, if you write books and you're an author and you want us to plug your book, send us the information and we will get in touch with you and see what we can do for you.
And I'm going to put that email up there if you want to send us your books, if you are because we are going to have those times where in Cullen's Corner we're going to feature you. You're going to be able to come on, tell us who you are, what you got going on. We want to show the love to this community, this virtual community, and make you a part of the Corner family. That's what this is about, right? So I'm excited about that.
Brownstone.
Yeah, welcome to the Brownstone, y'all. This is it. Right. So we talked about a lot of stuff tonight, y'all. And we could keep going because we can. But we all have lives. We all have jobs. Some of us are still in school. Y'all, let me tell y'all what I did. Y'all pray for me here. So I am taking a course. It is a 6-month course. Why did I sign up for this? But it was not a subscription. It was a scholarship. I am going to be attending Cornell University.
Oh, that's what's up.
Okay.
I had an issue.
Oh, so my nerves bad. Y'all pray for me here. I'm gonna come back more educated. I just needed to put that out there. Big shout out because that's a lot of work to even get into the program. All right, so y'all, do we have anything else, Cullen? You wanna send us out?
I'm just again, everybody. Mental health is important. I can't express it. Even more that if you have an issue, speak to somebody before you handle it yourself. It's important that we do that. Even if you just, speaking to, go to a teledoctor and speak to a therapist. If you don't feel like speaking to somebody in your family, but speak to somebody.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that 100%. You guys, it's been real. Once again, I'm going to show it one more time so that you guys, if you didn't see it, this is the t-shirt once again. I would definitely head over to mybrownstonerliving.com and get your shirt because that helps us to keep the lights on. You guys, one nation under a groove. That is for sure. All right, y'all. I don't have anything else. I am just glad to be here with my folks once again.
Yes.
Next show in 2 weeks, y'all. Next show in 2 weeks.
Next show is going to be in 2 weeks. We appreciate you all for hanging out with us. Go ahead and like, comment, share, download that app, and we'll see you all on the next edition of Cullen's Corner. Good night.